guys, this is Mommy Beluga Investing.
Hi all, welcome again to my channel Mommy Beluga Investing, a YouTube channel from a mother learning to invest for family future. You can also access this channel in podcast version through Anchor FM, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts and other podcast platforms. The channel is Mommy Beluga Investing. For today's video, I'm going to share my family's finance and investments at a glance. In this video, I'm going to talk about the percentage of each of the components of our finance, our investment or asset classes, and how did we get to that number. Before I start to share, let me read the disclaimer. Disclaimer, this is an amateur video. My main intention is to record my journey learning, investing, and managing my family finance. This video shouldn't replace any financial advice. Every family is different. What I share here may fit to my family, but may not fit to yours. Please conduct your own research before making any financial or investing decision. In my previous video, I shared that every month, at the beginning of the month, we set aside around 20% of our salary for our emergency fund. That has become our cash saving. If we don't have any big expenses in the month, we can usually keep another 10 to 20% at the end of the month. At the beginning, our target for emergency fund was to save 12 times of our monthly expenses. But now we have around 4 to 5 years worth of living expenses in our cash. So here's our finance at a glance. We divided our finance, at least for today's discussion, into 5 components. They are property, cash, investment, CPF, and the last one, our debt. This is very important too. And here's a summary of our finance. Each of the components are presented with regards to other items in the list as a percentage. As we can see on the graph here, our property value makes up almost a quarter of our total net worth. By property here, we refer to the property that we currently live in. Unless we found a way to monetize it while we are still holding the property, for us our property value is as good as zero. This is the first time that I see our finance in a pie chart mode. I'm quite happy actually that our debt is lower than our cash position. As for our investment, at the moment, I didn't have any way to gauge whether this is a good number compared to the other component. Perhaps it would be better if our investment can be as high as our CPF or even higher. For the information, we get to this CPF number through active voluntary top-up for the past few years. Our cash and investment would have been higher if we didn't top up for our CPFs. As for the reason why we prioritize topping up our CPF is to secure our retirement through the safest means currently available for us. I think for now I can be quite happy by seeing that the combined amount of investment and cash is higher than the CPF. In my previous video, I shared how I balance our investment. Besides then actively injecting fund into stock, ETF, and government bond, we also maintain that any dividend or interest from our investment are reinvested into the more risky area. We also try as much as possible not to use any of the income from our investment for our consumption or living expenses. So now let's see what's the proportion of each of our investment or asset class. So as of June 2022, our investment consists of stock ETF, money market, government bond, bank deposit, REIT or real estate investment trust, bond ETF, and then the last one is peer-to-peer lending. And here they are in percentage. Our stock is slightly more than half of our total investment. So far, I'm under the impression that our family has a low risk appetite, but this graph proven that my impression is not totally correct. Our stock index turned out to be rather small compared to our total investment. It means that our index ETF is even smaller. Seeing this number, I'm actually considering to add my position in index ETF. ES3 index ETF that tracks Straits Times Index. Historical dividend yield is 2 to 3%. So it can be a cheap and low risk investment that I should add more into our portfolio. Our second biggest investment is government bond, Singapore saving bond to be specific. With 3% average returns in 10 years for the August SSB, I think it's a good way to anchor our investment. So I'm thinking to keep doing dollar cost averaging for SSB for the time being. Alright, so that was my family finance investment at a glance as of June 2022. Follow my channel for individual stock analysis and occasional update on our finance and investing journey. I've been helped immensely by other family who put their finance and investing journey out there on YouTube, podcast, and blog. So this is my way to pay forward to the community. If you have ideas to optimize family investment, you can put in the comment section below. Sharing is caring. Please subscribe, it means a lot for a beginning YouTuber like me. You can also access this channel in podcast version through Anchor FM, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. The channel is Mami Beluga Investing. That's all for today. Bye.